Good evening and welcome to the last episode of Lights Camera Roll of 2019. My name is Tristan Powell and you're watching Dungeons & Dragons, and joining me are these lovely players.
Wait, you're watching Dungeons & Dragons?
He's not wrong.
Yeah,
That's true. Hi, I'm Allison and I play the rogue jester Gideon.
I'm Drew and I'm playing the elf monk Paelias.
I'm Angela and I'm playing the human druid Falx.
I'm Mitch, and I'm playing the half-elf sorcerer named Brennan.
Awesome. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the magical world of Calcia. So last time we left off, it was a while ago. We took a bit of a break these last 2 weeks.
And we're in Goomba Town right now.
No, we're not.
Oh, I wish we were.
We're in contract.
Yeah, yes.
We're magically transported to Goomba Town.
So let's recap a little bit of what's happened. So you're in the city of Vinio.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone into the sewer system to retrieve the family of a man named Graf. You refused to name correctly.
Yeah.
Garoppolo.
Yes. Many G names have been put down. But his wife and son, Valerie and Rain, are currently being held in the sewer system by some evil force. He didn't know quite who they were, but they were unhuman-like from his description. So you followed Mr. G to the sewer system entrance. You met a very interesting man who led you down kind of a roller coaster into the sewer.
What was the man's name?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord.
You did this to yourself.
Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah, you made it up.
Lost.
Mr. Oh, man. It's not, dang it.
Mr. Oh, man.
It's like Bindin Mendelzalov the Third Jr.
Something like
Do you
that.
have it?
The third. I mean, I have it written down.
It's
somewhere.
fine. Okay. Anyway, so you met that man. Making me look bad here. I'm missing my little book of names.
Your notebook?
No, it's fine. I
You
have
wrote that down somewhere. You were like, this is gonna be great.
I have a little book of names that I keep things in specifically for names. But anyway.
Keeps it around with him at all times.
So it went down into the sewer system. Had to kind of push yourself down the pipe and successfully made it down there. Arrived, met a talking sword that Gideon picked up. An odd dark force flew into your body.
Oh, yeah.
Which we don't know what is done yet.
I don't know either.
So
kind of scared.
Yeah, whatever you stab the sword into, the sword can talk through that. So currently it is stabbed into a skull on your back.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So you went on into the sewer. You kind of saw some traps along the way that you successfully avoided, and then met a very small kobold eventually that offered Bren and Angela some gold, I believe, to follow it deeper into the sewer system. You ignored him and went on. You met the King of Rats.
Oh, yeah.
He was great.
That guy.
I missed that guy.
Who tried to consume
Too
you.
bad we killed him.
My bad,
Shucks.
guys.
That's on me.
People are hungry down in the sewer, so as they are. But went back into kind of this larger chamber with a drain going down deeper into the sewer. You opened up a manhole and climbed down a spiraling staircase going down this large cylindrical chamber going down. At the bottom of it, hidden in the murky water, was a beholder.
Oh, yeah.
That you guys, Bryn successfully suggested that he go find food because the beholder name was Jeff, and Jeff was hungry. So you successfully got Jeff to go eat the King of Rats upstairs.
Yeah.
Jeff came back down, and there was also a large ornate door carved at the bottom of the stairs that Jeff gave you the key to, and you had opened that room. And that is where we left off.
But there was something in the middle of the room, wasn't there?
Yes, so I was about to describe. So, standing before you in the room, you see along the back wall, and the torches, there's orange torches illuminating the room right now, along the walls that magically appear as you came in. Along the back wall of the room from you guys, from the door entrance, there is a counter with what seems to be alchemy instruments on it. There's 2 bookshelves on either walls that appear to have a few books here and there and some papers. And in the middle of the chamber what first appears to be a table when you look at it is actually an ornate coffin sitting in the middle. So, what would you like to do?
Open the coffin.
You
Take
can
a
do that if you
long
want.
rest.
I'll
Alright.
just stand in the back
Yeah.
and let you do that.
I would
back
like
here.
to do that.
Of course you would. All right.
All right, so, so Gideon, you go,
Yeah.
so you go up
Just
to
kidding.
I see a cool box. I want to open
the
it.
rest of you stand in the doorway, basically.
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Gideon, you go up to the coffin, and it is a stone coffin, ornately carved, with ruins going around kind of the edge of the lid, and on the top of the lid, there appears to be a figure carved into it with its arms crossed, laying down.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What you doing there, boy?
Some
Is there anything interesting on it, or?
Well, what
so-
would you like to do?
open. I would like to attempt to open
All right,
it.
you
There
push
it
on the
goes.
stone lid, and it does not move.
Ah,
Oh no.
well,
This boy.
this box is too heavy, guys.
Aw.
Would the rest of you like to come into the room?
Yeah.
You like
Sure.
to
Can I make
Yes.
like a, was it a perception check or?
Yeah, roll a perception check for the room.
8.
8.
Not very great, to be honest.
Yeah, it's you see, so yeah, beyond what I've already described in the room, I guess you can see on the alchemy table, it appears that kind of on the far wall, the instruments are kind of on either side. In the middle, there appears to be kind of a holder with a few vials in it that are separated from the rest of them. There's a few books here and there, but yeah, not much else you can discern really.
Okay.
What would the rest of you like to do?
I want to see if I can read any of the books.
Make an investigation check
Alright.
on the books.
14.
14. All right, you do, going through the books, a lot of them, as you pick them up, kind of just like fall away into dust. But one of them is a very old leather-bound brown book that as you open it, like so a lot of the pages are kind of like eaten away, but there's enough of it to kind of make out the front of it. And written in Dwarvish on the front of it. Can you read Dwarvish?
Nope.
I can read.
Bren.
So there are runes on the front of the cover that you cannot read.
I'm going to give that to you because I can't.
But you would be able to discern from your basic that they are dwarven runes,
Right.
but you just
You
don't
know
speak dwarven.
Dwarven, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
you can have the book.
Yeah.
I know 5 languages, not one of them. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does it say? Can you
Well,
read it?
All
I
right.
can read Dwarven. Yeah.
Yeah, Bren, what's it say? Okay, it's fine.
A wonderful journey, but lumpy and stumpy.
Oh my god.
Okay, what it actually says as you read it is in Dwarvish it says the history of the Rordian dwarves.
The Rordian dwarves.
Yes.
What is the Rordian dwarves? Is that like a history check type thing,
Um,
or do I know?
make an intelligence check.
Is this like an everyday?
Actually, make
sort
a
of thing?
make a history check to see if you know about it. Yeah, make a history check.
All right.
Make it with advantage because you grew up in the Dwarven Kingdom.
Yeah. So that's. I roll it twice, right? And the best one is the.
Yes, the best
Okay,
one. Use that
yeah.
one.
All right. It's definitely not what I want. All right, that's better. 15.
15?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The Rordian dwarves, are a very ancient faction of mining and building dwarves that come from Tartuk Town in the Dwarven Kingdom of Shuk,
Oh.
or Tartuk City.
Yeah, so basically it's just about because we kind of learned last time that the sewers were constructed by dwarves.
Yeah. So kind of flipping through and kind of reading the stuff, it's kind of just like a basic history of the Rordian dwarves that came here to build the sewer.
Well, maybe could we learn anything about the archaeology of the architecture of the sewers? Maybe we could learn like where to go.
You'd have to take a few hours reading the book to discern that kind of information.
Well, we
out of
do
it.
have to do a long rest at some point.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So eventually, yes, you could read it to discern some information from it. So
Well,
Yeah.
whenever we do a long rest, which I feel like should be soonish because we don't know what's gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
later on, that
True.
would get us to not be able to do that. And we're kind of in a stable point right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's
Alright.
down.
Take a short rest.
What are you two doing?
Well, I think I'm still comically trying to open the coffin. It is really,
Roll a
really
strength
hard.
check for me.
Should have changed my -1. Well, so that's a 6.
A 6. Yeah, so you're comically like trying to pull up on it, like with like your feet like scooting back from you and like going nowhere, trying to
Yeah.
like run at it. So
I was doing that for
yeah.
minutes.
And just so everyone knows, everyone has leveled up to level 4 now.
Hooray!
So
Yay!
yeah,
I guess
Um,
I'm just looking around.
make an investigation check, Drew.
Okay. 18.
18. All right. So yeah, so there's the coffin, there's the alchemy table, and there's the bookshelves. Which ones are you checking out? And you can read Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look at the bookshelves.
18. You find, as you pick up, not many of the other books are really legible at all anymore, but as you pick up one book that kind of just falls away, a piece of paper falls out of it, and it is actually a poem. And at the top it says, Thorder Adari. And as you read the poem, it's kind of a long poem about a dwarf going down into the mine. It's like, we strive for gold and preciousness, and the deeper we go, the more we find. But the thing I long for most is to come back up and see the white of my children's eyes.
Ouch. Dang.
Yeah.
Too brutally, too deep.
So that is what you find on the bookshelves.
All right.
Really makes you think.
Really makes sense.
Looking also at the coffin, the runes around the coffin are also in Dwarvish as well. You would discern that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, and so do you want to read the coffin?
Sure. Yeah.
Please tell me what it says.
All right. So yeah,
As you're like pushing on the
as
lid.
Gideon is
What does this mean?
yeah, Gideon, as you're like kind of going to each corner, trying like
Yeah.
sticking a dagger and
Like
trying
trying to etch out.
trying to pry it up. Paelias goes around the edge reading it, and it says around the coffin it says, "Here lies Maximus Iron Fist, champion of the Rhodian dwarves and our protector. May he rest in peace forever." And with your 18 investigation, you find that on the very bottom and like kind of on the surround, like on the not the lid, but like the base of the coffin is carved into kind of just like scenes of, you now see like dwarves fighting like ancient evils and things like that. There's a dragon, there's like a giant like a rock monster they're fighting or something, and in the middle on both sides there appears to be kind of a very geometrical artistic drawing of a dwarf like holding up his hands with like light coming off of them.
Ooh.
But at the bottom, at the base, one of the sides, you see, if ever need there be, drink the color that dwarves, drink dwarves' favorite color.
Okay. I read this out loud.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
Drink dwarf's favorite color.
Do you know what that is?
I'm not sure.
Will it?
Do I know what
Do I have
that
a
is?
history check?
You're the
Yeah,
one-
did
Like some sort
did
of
Job
check?
ever tell you his favorite color? What was Job's favorite color?
Dirt.
So yeah, as you turn around, you can see on the alchemy table behind you, there's alchemy instruments to the sides, but in the middle, there's a rack holding 5 vials. And each of the vials is a colored liquid. One is black, one is white, one is gold, one is red, and one is blue.
Well, one would think it's gold.
Yeah, I know that was my gut instinct, but
But
also
I think it's white because he wants to see the whites in his kid's eyes.
also true.
Do I know this
Just
as like
a thought.
Do I know this as like a historical matter? That he grew up around dwarves.
Make a history check.
Okay. 16.
Oh.
16. Yeah, you would know that the Rordian dwarves, even though they are minors, they are well known to be heavy family-oriented dwarves.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then it would be. Let's drink some of that Mountain Dew Whiteout right over there.
Hashtag sponsored.
No.
not actually.
Yeah.
YouTube, don't sue us.
I mean, I'm not going to drink.
I'll drink it.
Gideon, do
Nah.
it. then.
I'll drink it. I'll drink I'll drink the vial.
But you're already like maybe not possessed. Let's not put
Let's
other.
keep adding up.
She's already possessed. Like,
How many?
keep
How
putting
much
demon-
shit can I just?
Could I make like
You have
Arcana
going on.
checks on each one to see if they're like magically dangerous or anything?
Sure, make an Arcana check.
They're magically
Magic-
Oh, Drew, can you start the timer? Yep. Okay.
Now.
Go ahead.
Ooh, ouch.
We've already been going for what?
Yeah, just
All right.
put it at 45 minutes.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's a 23.
Oh
So,
my god. They are magic.
He like looks at them.
yeah, you do see that. Yes, these are magical potions,
Okay.
and but you do not recognize any of them. But you
Oh.
would know. Not knowing what a magical potion is can be very dangerous if you were to ingest it.
Sounds fun to me.
Well,
You're going to die one of these days.
I don't think I
guess
can be killed at this
it's
point.
not really. I mean, it's not really like we would only be drinking this to open Mr. What's his name? Maximilian.
Iron
Iron Fist. or
Maximus Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Maximilian.
metal.
Karl Marx. His tomb. So
I don't think we need to do that. That's not what we're here for.
I mean, yeah.
That's what. Now I'm here. I
You
can't.
know
I want to
what?
open this box.
You know what, Gideon? If you want to drink the white
Yeah.
potion,
You're enabling him.
I'm gonna drink the white potion. I'm gonna do it.
I'm
I'm not gonna heal you.
That's fine. That's
you know,
fair
I'm
by
not
me.
going to support you, but
Is Paelias,
But
what do
I
you
will
think?
let you know that it's okay.
I don't know.
This is a bad idea. Don't do it.
Come on,
That's
let
not what we came here for.
me drink it.
I'm not going to not let you drink it. I'll just say that.
Thank you.
Didn't
My
it say
cool
something
uncle.
like if the time were to come, right?
So we can just take it with
Like,
us.
we don't need to drink
We don't
it
need
now.
it.
Well, what if it opens up the thing? The
That's a
thing,
bad idea.
And then he's not here to say hi. Then what if he's like, oh, someone awakened me. I'm here to help, and then we're elsewhere.
Okay, could we at least do a long rest first?
Okay.
Fine.
Sure.
Think
Yeah.
about it. And then I can read the little book thingy, see if I learn anything else.
That
Long
works
rest.
for me.
You'd like the long rest here
Yeah.
in the
This is
chamber down here?
rather safe.
All right. Yeah, you can kind of set up camp in here.
Okay.
We'll make
Sure.
it work.
I guess I can like do the first, shift and read the book.
Yeah. So what are your shifts going to be for if you want to take a look out, like
I
a keep
can-
watch?
I'll do the first one then, yeah.
I can do the second one. I'd have full hit points, so I'm just chilling.
All right.
What
you
are
will
you
have
guys-
disadvantage on your watch if you're reading the book.
Mm.
So
What's gonna happen's gonna happen.
All right,
I want
just
to read
saying.
the book.
What are your guys' new
I'll
max health points?
Oh, I'm at 26. So
28,
if something
baby.
bad happens, I'll just scream
27.
and wake you all up, and then, you can fight and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ah!
I am. Okay.
Like that, like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Go,
If I
guys.
hear that, just wake up, and
Just
then
wake up.
there's probably a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Long rest.
okay. So Bren. What's the order of the watch here?
I'm first.
First. All right. Who's second? Second.
Yeah, we can all take a shift. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. You can take two if you'd
I
like.
can if you want me to.
So,
Well, I can
yeah,
take
you
your
could
shifts.
cover his
Okay.
reading shift if you would
Oh,
like to.
yeah.
I could do that.
Okay.
If you want to read while I'm watching.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going. So both of you are awake at first, and then second, and then 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brent. So yeah, you all kind of like lay out your bed mats here around the coffin in the middle of this room. It's a little eerie down here. There's a small little like
At least it doesn't smell.
drip going down.
Am I
Oh, it
still-
smells.
Am I still like
We're just numb
drenched?
to it.
Oh yeah, you're drenched.
You've
in
dried out a
poo.
little bit, but you're
Oh.
you're like really crusty now.
Uh,
As you like, you kind of keep like flaking. It's like getting like flakes off of you. It's still
I
like
forgot that nobody
like,
helped her.
every like once in a while you reach up and you like pull a little chunk out of your hair.
All right. Good to know.
Ugh. Oh no.
Yeah, you smell the worst out of the.
Y'all should have helped me.
I smell the
I
second
sleep
worst.
in a
Just
different corner. Stand.
If you have a way of washing yourself, that may help.
try some of these weird.
I can
potions.
create water. What am I doing? I'll do that.
All right, so okay, so you're gonna clean yourself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
That's first level spell.
So yes, Falx begins cleaning off herself from the sewage. All right. So Bryn, I guess do you want to keep watch at all? Paelias can keep watch while you're reading the book or not.
I can just read the book then.
All right. Yeah. So that'll help. So roll. Let's see. Roll an intelligence check for me, and then you roll a perception check,
One
Paelias.
of those heady books.
Cool.
Oh, almost pulled a me right there.
Yeah,
Dirty 20.
All right.
nice. That's a 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, you make it about a fourth of the way through the book. Name Snodge. I'll cover that when we finish the long rest here. All right, Paelias, you do not notice anything outside the door except there's a few bubbles that come up, kind of from where like Jeff went back into the kind of vat of sewage.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's just the drip, drip, drip of the sewers. And there's like running water coming down into the big like pond that Jeff is
Yeah.
in from up top.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you both go to bed, and then Gideon.
My turn.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
Ooh, not good. That is just a solid 3.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, as you can't stop thinking about that coffin and what
I really
could be
can't.
in the coffin, as you notice everyone else is asleep, and how easy it would be just to take a little sip of the liquid
White
if you
Out's
wanted
not
to.
that good.
Do you know like that for sure? You tried it?
You know, I do want to, man, I feel like I want everyone to watch what happens too. Like, it's no fun if it isn't for comedic effect, I'll wait till they're awake and then do it.
Okay.
Gideon was like, it's all for the meme.
It's all for
You
the
stand
bit.
there pondering, forming your plan.
I'm just thinking about how it's gonna taste. I think about trying all of the other ones, but I don't. I just mix them into one. Like how you go like the soda machine.
Don't make me cry. There's so many rolls I need to make for that.
Oh boy.
Anyway, all right. Gideon goes to bed smiling. That
I'm
makes
just
you a
like,
little
I'm
nervous,
like-
Fox.
This child is gonna get us all killed
All
one
right,
day.
roll a perception check.
15. I can do math.
15. All right.
Why do you look? Oh no.
Yeah. So, you get up and keeping watch. Yeah, you have pretty good watch. You don't have dark vision.
No.
So it's kind of dark out. There were.
I can produce a small flame.
Would you
though.
like to produce a small
Yeah,
flame?
let's do that.
Okay. You produce a small flame. During the night, you hear little footsteps echoing around in the chamber outside, and you're not sure quite where they're coming from. And every once in a while, you feel like you saw the glint of an eye, but then it disappears very fast.
Okay. We know that other thing is out there, though, so.
That's true. But this comes from like this, kind of like just like the surrounding stairwell and shadows that are being cast out there.
Cool.
All right. But yeah, nothing happens during your watch.
Okay.
All right. Paelias, roll yours for your second watch.
All right. 21.
21. All right. Yeah. So as Falx goes to bed, you get up and you take a little stroll, kind of peeking your head outside, and you can see leaving, kind of like running up the stairs. You get a very subtle glimpse of some kobolds that you've seen. Not the same one, because you only seen one before. But you see a couple of kobolds running back up the stairs. One of them holding a stick, and one of them that seems to have like a lot of bags on it. And then, but they disappear from your view as they like round a bend and start heading up.
Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah, but nothing happens for us to watch. Yeah, it is now possibly morning. You're not quite sure. You rested for 8 hours. You're unsure what time it actually is now in the real world, but yeah, you have finished a long rest.
Yay.
Sweet.
Yeah. More time in the sewers.
Does
For
everybody
us.
have everything with
I
them?
believe so. Well, still waiting on that boomerang, but it'll come back.
Okay.
Sometime. I'm good.
Pretty soon.
Another, like, 2 hours.
Yeah, it'll be a bit.
What did I learn from that book?
Yes. So, Bren, what you'd learned from the book is so the Rhodian dwarves are very logical builders, and safety is always a key thing in their mind. And you learned through, as there's not like a specific schematic of this current sewer, but you learned that the Rhodian dwarves always made 2 exits to any structure that they made, just for safety.
That means there's another way out here.
Yeah, in case of cave-ins or anything were to happen to be blocked or an opposing force. So,
So that's probably where they're taking the prisoners. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that can probably get us to where they are. If we can find another way out, they're probably pretty close by.
We need to go north. I remember that.
Yes, we do.
Or at least last time I remembered what direction I was facing.
Oh, yeah. Oh God.
all right. So yeah, it's you're all up. Anything you'd like to do in the room, you can.
No, I think we're good.
I want to drink the vial now. I would like to drink the white vial now.
All
Is
right.
it an emergency though? Like, do you need to?
Gideon walks up to the.
There he goes.
Walks up to the vials.
I just gotta do it.
Which
I
one are
have
you drinking?
white one.
You pull out the white one. And you uncork it, and little like kind of like bubbles and little like whoosh, start coming off of it.
The scene in Shrek 2.
Sure. All right. You down it?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
gosh.
All right. You drink the white
I
vial.
just didn't do anything.
It tastes strongly of mint, and
Ooh.
almost like completely like covers the back of your throat, and like almost like it's like cough syrup, but tastes good, basically.
Yum. Mmm.
All right.
It tastes good, guys. It's delicious.
The whole vial is gone. You drink it all. You put the vial back into the holder, now empty. Yeah, the only other vials are the black, white, red, and blue ones.
You've done enough. Let's go.
Feel different?
Yeah, do you feel any different?
Not really. It tastes nice.
All right. You turn around to face the rest of your group, and as you turn around, seen behind them, the coffin's lid is gone.
Oh Oh yeah.
What have
Okay.
you done?
I run over to the coffin.
All right.
I'm very excited.
You
about
all see her run to the coffin, and you all see that the lid is still there.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Gideon,
It's open. What do you mean?
No, it's
I
not.
opened it. I figured it out.
I'm gonna go up and like touch it and be like, nah,
Yeah, you see Falx
Must be
just
the
like
potion.
place her hand in midair, somehow like
it's-
steadily.
it's right here.
Nothing.
Must be the potion giving her some hallucinations.
Told her.
What do I see? What do I see?
Yeah, as you walk over, you see inside of the coffin, there is a dwarf skeleton
Cool.
lying there.
Very cool.
And
I
there
see
are
him, I
two
see
small bags at his feet, and on his wrists, crossed, are two metal bracers.
Can I try to grab him? Can I try to reach for him?
Yeah, you grab them.
What?
So what are we
What?
seeing? We're seeing
Yeah, you're seeing Gideon's arm is like going through the stone right now, almost as if it's not there.
Sorry.
That is clearly there.
Yeah, and you like some of you start like touching like her arm and the stone at the same time, and it's like super weird. Like, you don't get it.
I want to grab both the
The sewer
bracers.
fumes are getting to me now.
Is that all that's in there? Just the bracers and the bags?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab all that.
All right. So
Like-
Rave robbing?
Look what I found,
you
guys.
bring out.
What
So we'll start with the bracers. So
Sorry.
you bring out two bracers, and look to be kind of like almost like silver bracers, and etched on them there is so on each one there's kind of like an oval here. Etched around it are chains, and in the middle of it looks to be like there's an indentation where something might go. In the right one, you actually saw there is, as you picked it up, a cracked crystal was lying in it. But it was cracked and no longer fits into it.
Very cool.
So, where did you get those?
So yeah, you see her like she brings out these two silver
Like,
bracers.
What?
Look, I reached in and got him. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Here we are. I'm gonna go back for more. There's some more bags in there.
Oh yeah, just.
Yeah, you
Go
go back
back.
and pull out the other two bags.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Just
It's
normal
more than a
things.
hallucination.
Just normal Gideon things.
Another day.
Just
Just
another
give me
day.
things.
Gideon has figured out how to clip through the map. So
Use
I'm
the
on console
cheats.
commands.
Up, down,
Oh,
down.
nice.
Right.
Okay,
I've turned off clipping.
so in one of the bags is 400 gold pieces.
So that's me. That's mine now.
Yeah, I don't
What's
really
in the
want.
other one?
Okay.
Mine negative 400.
It's just a black hole.
Yeah, in the other one, there looks to be almost like boxing straps that have, but running down them, there appears to be like a red band going down. As you
Ooh.
look closer, it almost looks like it's liquid.
What?
That's like on these, like wraps.
Ooh. What? Can I investigate what they are?
So yeah, so you need to do an Arcana check.
Oh god, I don't know if I'm good at that one. No, I'm not. Well, it's 17
17.
plus 0.
All right, so these are magical. These are magical wraps, and as you kind of like put them around one of your hands, your hand catches on fire,
I'm sorry, what? Take that off now, child.
but it doesn't burn you.
I like this one.
This is too much power.
Oh, cool. All right. So I've got fire hands. I've got a fire hand now. Hey guys, check this out. This is what I get from drinking the white liquid.
So yeah, so they're so the bands you have one flame wrap.
It's a flame wrap. What does it do for me?
So if you were to punch somebody with a flame wrap, it would do an extra 1d6 damage of fire damage.
You know, I don't punch people a whole lot. I've got to say.
You don't. You know who does?
Hello.
Honestly, I'm gonna do you a solid here. Would you like me to help you add to your kill count by giving you this fire hand wrap?
were.
Here you are. It makes your hand on fire, but it's not. It's not. It doesn't hurt.
All right. So yes, you now have one flame wrap, and so yeah, without investigating further, you know that it deals 1d6 of fire damage with it.
That's cool. That's sick.
And as you're wrapping around your hand, you can see you kind of like activate it by like flexing it, basically. You see like the red band in it of liquid kind of like bursts out and ignites.
Ooh,
Nice.
very cool. Hey,
Sweet.
you're welcome. I found it in the box.
Yeah, you do have to activate it. So you can punch without it activating, or you can punch with it. So
Okay. All right.
Does it
so
run out?
You don't know.
Oh, All right.
Get a refill for my.
Yeah, I need to recharge this guy.
All right. You also have the bracers.
I do have the bracers. Can I investigate what those do?
You do an Arcana check on the bracers.
Oh God, that's a 5 on that one, Buckaroo. Hey, who wants to Arcana check these bracers?
They
This
appear to
guy's
be magical, but yeah, you're not quite sure what they do.
I'm like, hey, these are magic. Hey, Bren, check these, please.
I feel like I should charge this now. You have 4 gold pieces.
Well,
A small commission.
I was like,
I'll give you a gold piece for that.
Wow.
Quite charitable, this one is.
Actually, do you want 18? I want to make it an even 400.
I guess
Wow.
that's fine with me.
I'll give you 18. Okay, I give 18 gold
Oh
pieces
my
to
gosh.
Bren.
There you go. I have a service now.
You're now that one friend that pays your friends.
Hey, he asked for money.
You can start a YouTube channel now.
What's YouTube?
All right, that's a, let's see, 16.
16. All right. So these are bracers of chains.
Like not breaker of chains, just bracers of chains.
Bracers of chains. Yes.
Game of Thrones.
As you put them on, you can magically activate them, and chains come forth from them.
That's cool. That's dope. I am going to put them on.
So you can use them as a whip, or you can use an
What is a
action.
nene? Sorry, that was too
That's
easy.
all for tonight.
Good night, everyone.
Ran into that one. Yeah, so you can use them as a weapon, which is a whip, which is, yeah. Or you can use an action to have the chain spring forth, and you can roll and try to grapple the creature with
I
them.
love that. I love that a lot.
And if you successfully grapple them, you can pull your sword. You can pull yourself towards them.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep.
And you have 2 of them.
2 of them. Do they work if the crystal, like what's up with the crystal?
You're not sure. You do discern that there is parts of it that a crystal could be put into it, but they seem to work without a crystal. But what the crystal adds to it, you do not know.
Okay, well, I'll take some chain hands.
How big is the like crack on the crystal?
It's like, so mending can't mend magical items.
Dang it.
I know what I'm going for, but
No, all right.
yeah, sorry, no, it's a magical crystal. That
Got
is-
it. That's fair.
I do have a ruby. That's the
That's not
magical
right.
crystal.
It's massive.
But
Yeah, you put the ruby in, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
I also have I have something. Hold
it
on.
probably wouldn't work.
Everyone
yeah.
just put
I
your
have
gem
a
into it.
garnet. Put your
Ooh.
crystals in, everyone.
Everyone
Everyone
try.
starts touching their crystals.
I'm trying to like, come on. Trying to,
Yeah, they
let's see if it works.
they just kind of like fall to one side. They don't do anything.
Oh well. Hey, well I still got some grapple hands. Wait, so how would I use those? I would like. I want. That sounds so cool.
So yeah, so it's
Chain hands.
it's one action to use one of them on one turn.
Okay.
So you can split them up if you would want to, or you can keep them together.
Very cool. I'm going to write that down.
And it takes magical attunement to it,
Okay.
as well as your flame wraps do as well.
Okay.
Very cool.
So yeah. So do
That's
you?
like just like an an hour?
Yeah. So to use them going forward from now, you need 1 hour.
Dang it. Okay. I'll next long rest.
Same.
Alright.
Sweet.
What's the clock doing?
21
All right, fine. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So sorry. Do you guys want to rest, or you doing?
I'm good.
Like you could take an hour and we can activate the items you just got.
One more hour.
I can read more, right? Or
You could try to read more. Yes.
yeah, I can
I'm
read
down for an
more while
hour
they're
rest.
doing
I want
it.
some
Yeah.
Let's do it.
hands.
All right. Fox, what do you want? Fox, what do you want to be doing this hour?
Wait for the boomerang.
Just like hold out my hand and wait.
Come on.
Come on.
So I don't know where it's like.
Come on. I just sit and watch.
All right.
I got nothing to do.
Bren, roll a intelligence check for me.
15.
15. All right, and you two spend an hour. You are now attuned to your new items.
Yes.
All right. So 15. Let's see. You reach an interesting part of.
Getting to a really good part. It's a real page.
They're like, guys, we can't go yet.
At a cliffhanger.
You reach an interesting part about the Rordan dwarves and how they were also known to use magical energy crystals to power certain mining equipment and weapons that they had.
So that might be connected to the items that we just acquired.
Quite
But-
possibly.
But where would these energy crystals be?
Roll a history check.
Oh, I love how you asked that question, and then you're like, "Oh, let me think for a second." It's hard.
No, I only got a 4 on that.
I never mind. It's not in there.
Well, it is general knowledge that the Dwarven nation shook. One of the main things that they used to export before the infection was energy crystals. Since the infection, the energy crystal mines was one of the main things in Shulk that was affected by the sickness, and a lot of the energy crystals crumbled away to dust.
Dang.
This might have been a former energy crystal mine.
Like Bendin Zabel's the law of the third. I think I got that right. Junior. Said when you met him that an energy crystal used to power the sewer.
Yeah, it did.
So yeah, but he said that it crumbled away, and he doesn't know what powers the sewer now. So,
But it is powered.
Well,
but it is still running.
So.
I'd say. Well, I remember the King of Rats kind of said that there was humans around. He said that, but we just have to find a way around those rocks.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Well, there was another way that you haven't explored yet that
Yeah.
the kobold ran down.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Let's
go
go.
up there
I guess
then.
we'll go back
Let's
up.
go to the cobalt zone.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So yeah, you walk out of the room and start heading up the stairs. You see bubbles form out of the middle of the kind of sewage area, and a little eyeball comes up and kind of looks at you guys.
Bye, Jeff.
You hear it
Bye,
from underneath the
Jeff.
water.
Bye.
Jeff.
Oh, bye, Jeff. Bye.
Hope you.
Bye, Jeff.
All right, yeah, and you continue up, running the stairs with the sound of running sewage, kind of like going past you, going down into the hole, hearing some splashing coming from Jeff, and some sad, Jeff.
Oh, no, Jeff. I'll miss you, Jeff.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
event-
hate you.
You were.
I'm sorry I tried
Yeah,
one
you're all
time.
annoying. All right, let's go.
all right, eventually you make it back up to the manhole cover. The manhole cover is now closed from when you went down.
Oh, good.
Who would like to try and lift it?
That's not gonna be me.
So up my -1 strength check, so I don't want that one.
What
I guess I have +2.
I have +1.
I had +0.
All right.
Wow.
Let's see what we can do.
Wait a minute.
I
Here's a
don't
real
have the
quick
thick
question.
potion anymore, so.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So,
Yep.
I only got like with your rule about like putting a star next to something when you roll Nat
Oh
20.
yeah, right.
I got one for strength, but like
Athletics.
no, just like strength in general.
Oh.
I don't know. I wouldn't think that would increase the
No,
number.
no,
Yeah, no.
sorry.
Ah, rip.
Um.
I'll erase that one.
All right.
Good night.
But roll athletics
Athletics?
first, Paelias. Yeah. You try and kind of like climb up the ladder and try and push
Ooh, I
the
have
manhole
+2
cover out.
So do I.
Oh. That's a nat 1.
oh, what? This is unheard of.
Paelias falls.
What do we do?
Whoa!
What do we do?
Literally.
Oh no!
As you reach the top, you kind of you let go of the top rung and use both hands, but the manhole is slippery. As you push, you actually like slide, and you lose your footing and you fall onto your compatriots down below.
Oh.
Is there fall damage in
And
this
as you
universe?
fall, you don't take any fall. You don't take any fall damage.
Okay,
But
I was going to say,
Impressive.
I have slow fall.
Oh yeah.
He's got slow fall.
Yes, you don't take any fall damage.
Okay.
It's just more of like a kerfuffle of like and bowling pin sounds.
Specifically.
Yes. But Falx, out of the corner of your ear, you hear a roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh!
21.
21. It's you reach out as you like you're underneath Paelias, but you reach out and grab your boomerang.
Oh, I missed you.
As you now have your lazy boomerang again.
Oh, how you been, buddy? I'll just put you back in my bag where you belong. All right.
All right.
So who wants to try and open the manhole cover this time?
I could try.
Yeah.
We'll just go down the row.
I have +2.
That's
Athletics?
better than mine.
I have +2 in athletics.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, because it changed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
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 That's a 12.
12. Yeah, with with your 12, you see like Paelias and Falx are kind of like trying to get off of each other, and you just like and you climb up, and you just with your newfound strength, and you push the manhole cover out of the way.
Thanks.
It's a good night's sleep.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Strength.
Yeah. As you get up from the manhole, and you are now back into the main circular chamber that one passageway like leading off to the left is where you came from. So you know cardinal directions, right?
Yep. I've got a map.
Yes. To the right of you is north, and that's the caved-in one. Forward of you, straight ahead, straight ahead of you, is the passageway the kobold ran down.
And then
To the left is where you came from.
All right.
Guess it's time to go to the cobalt route.
I guess. Onward.
Yeah.
I would like to be in the kobold zone.
Let's keep walking.
Please listen to me sing, please.
All right. So yeah, you go down this new passage. Make a perception check for me, guys.
18.
Ooh,
19.
14.
10.
10. All right. So yeah, you're back up here. It is completely dark, so people with dark vision can see. You guys who have torches or magical
Produce
fire,
flame.
light it. It is the green fire again.
Green fire.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
All right. So yeah, it's now green glowing. So you can barely see ahead of you, but Paelias, you can see up ahead. It's kind of the same kind of like sewage is coming towards you down one strip in the middle, and on both sides there's kind of like some brick passageways going up on either side, leading down into this passageway.
Okay.
Up ahead, not too far, there are two sewage tubes coming down out of the ceiling, and nothing's coming out of them. So that's what you can see ahead of you.
Okay. I say that.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Would you like to continue forward?
That seems like a trap. Or at least suspicious. Of course you just want to go for it. You want to go first?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Go for it.
I go forward.
Is she the only one going forward?
I'll follow at a distance.
All right, sounds good.
How far behind are you?
I'll get on my chain hands.
Get them with your chain hands.
Don't
but
mess
one,
with
too.
me. I've got two of them.
30 feet behind.
30 feet behind?
That's a bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Gideon starts walking forward, holding his torch. Green fire in
Green
hand.
fire torch. I love it so much.
Okay. Yeah, Gideon, you pass underneath the two sewage pipes, and looking up, it's dark inside. And unless you were to investigate further, you can't quite see much.
I mean, I could like.
There is like over them is like some metal like grates with like iron bars in them.
Oh, okay. So let them like fall out.
Yep.
On me. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So walking forward, yeah, you see Gideon kind of looks up, and continues walking down the tunnel.
All right, let's go.
All right. The rest of you continue with her. Going forward, you can now see the end of the passageway, and like the one you came from before, at the very end of it, probably about 100 feet away, there is kind of a very large, a much larger sewage pipe, kind of like the one you guys came out of with your little boat. That the sewage is draining out of and going into the center trough.
Nice.
Coming down. Yeah, so you're all now about 50 feet away from the two pipes coming down. As suddenly behind you, you hear.
All right.
That's not good.
Sounds good.
And as you look behind you, coming out of both pipes, there is a gelatinous mass falling
so
down.
this is what you were talking.
Uh-huh.
Looks like some delicious Jello.
And as you see that from behind you, you also hear.
Gosh dang it.
More. My lucky day.
Yeah, you can use
As
the new
from
toys.
the very large pipe at the end, another, a more solid-looking gelatinous mass is pushing its way out of it, with the sewage kind of being pushed forward. As you see, out of the two pipes behind you, the gelatinous mass actually comes together and forms a very large, green sewage-looking colored gelatinous cube. And at the other end, there's kind of like a cylinder pops out, and the edges kind of fill out. And a gelatinous cube is also there, filling the width of the tunnel.
Oh, great.
Now surrounded on both sides, they begin inching forward.
How do you make that
We're
sound?
about to get killed by school lunch Jello.
Roll initiative for me.
Okay.
I've got like a stance, like I'm about to like eat it. I'm like,
8.
Wow.
Oh
I got a 5.
All
You
right.
obviously just don't know what
Just
to
get
do.
it done.
Are you kidding me?
Man,
We're
we're
all just like, I don't know,
horrible.
who wants to go?
We're like, oh, rock, paper, scissors,
Well,
man.
the gelatinous cubes are very slow, as they're all just like, ah! And the gelatinous cubes are just like,
I need
they're
to
just slowly, they're just slowly like coming toward you, and you're just like, oh, okay.
You guys seem like they're
So, what's the
impervious
time?
to fire. I mean, not good with fire. I feel
Okay.
like
Yeah.
fire would be bad with them. Just saying.
I don't have a lot of
Probably.
magic. I feel like a lot of physical attacks. are not gonna work.
Yeah.
All right. So yes.
Well,
and
you could like maybe catch one of your arrows on fire with your torch.
Ooh, green arrow fire. Okay, yeah.
So yes. So our heroes standing in the middle of the tunnel, gelatinous cubes coming out from both ends. This is where we will end today's episode. Thank you so much for following us. We have one more episode of the year coming out, so stay tuned to see how our heroes deal with the gelatinous mass.
Gelatinous mess.
Gelatinous mass.
As always, love having you. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.